Rolling in the Mist is a series with fantasy violence, mentions of gore, and worst of all, cussing. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right, you got your hair coiffed, you got your hat on.
I do this, okay? I do this.
Hey, I'm also wearing a hat. Bex, you're wearing a hat. That's great. You got your tie straightened out. All right, I think we're ready to start. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting session of Rolling in the Mist by Odd Loot. That was a little weird. I wanted to add Odd Loot in there just a little bit, but the tone.
You guys don't know that this show is on Odd Loot, then something's up.
Well, we have the Odd Loot logo in like the little corner of the screen there. Anyway, I'm Kevin Carpenter, your master of ceremonies, and joining me today, as usual, are
Bravo as Logan.
And
Bex playing Vidales.
And
Jason playing Leland.
Oh, nice. And
How cordial and like nice. That was just so polite.
usually we have to like fight through that.
I know.
Pablo Milla as
Just smacks him with the gun.
Marty Blanc.
Incredible.
That's not gonna get old.
Welcome back, everyone.
What he did just seize.
As everyone can tell from our similar outfits, the span of time between the last session and this session versus our last session and the session before that is much smaller.
You can tell the
You
difference.
guys know, 2 episodes, it's always us wearing the same clothing.
I took.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference because this episode I took the sunglasses out of my pocket of the shirt, so now I don't.
You had sunglasses? I'm not wearing my glasses.
Maybe I'll wear the sunglasses for this episode, and then I'll
Get in the zone.
I do love these sunglasses. Huh?
It just all of us.
Those are the most reflective glasses I've ever seen. I could see you wearing those at the poker game and just losing.
I think next season when I play Buster Woodman.
Oh yeah, Buster Woodman.
This is Buster Woodman.
They're not gonna know that unless they have the Patreon.
Oh yeah, the Patreon.
Wait, hang on. Was Buster Woodman part of the Q&A or was it part of the Cash and Guns episode?
I think it might be.
No.
We'll find out when you go on Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
Find out which one.
Stay tuned for a special video. The the anniversary of Odd Loot coming up.
Yeah, screw it.
Or maybe it passed already. Who knows when this episode's gonna go live?
A quick plug here, by the way, if you enjoy our show and want to donate and help us out, check out the Patreon at patreon.com/oddloot. We have an exclusive Session 0 for this season, as well as I believe it will be out by the time like this episode comes out. Bonus episode of us playing Cash and Guns and pointing a bunch of guns at each other. It's fantastic. I love it so much.
real guns.
You get to see the intermission that happens between each heist and episode.
Incredible. So, and also you get access to episodes a day early before they release. Patreon ad over. Now we're going into the game itself. So, last session, you guys completed the Moon Goon heist after managing to get into the basement of the Eden City. Let me get the full name here. The Eden City Natural Museum of Science and Unnatural Phenomena and stuff.
I don't know. It's extra funny right now.
You guys made some important discoveries. You did indeed find the lab where the moon rocks were being held, and Corey found a magical bow with incredible power beneath it. And also you guys found a magical security system, a large draconian Viking sailboat.
Arguably Bearconian.
No.
Because it's the bear.
Just gonna keep.
Is this thing on?
No.
Oh no, it's been on. We're shutting you off.
A cane.
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right, continue.
Yes. Corey got fried. Leland charged straight into the boat. Marty,
swacked.
you got
Marty got
swatted across the room, and Logan managed to pacify the scientists in there before grabbing the moon rocks. You guys got the loot inside the bag,
I
including
drank that man to death.
Let's not forget somebody's first kill.
Yay.
First kill.
He had a wife and child. Actually, I didn't tell him that, so never mind.
and we did decide who got the narrative of actually what happened to that guy's body during the break.
Me.
Yeah. So what's become of Dante
Yes, Dante the scientist.
Once we get out of the museum, I'll tell you what happens.
The
exactly
horror
to Dante.
continues.
Yeah, instead of him being put into sarcophagus like we joked, Leland got the body and put into the bag. We were kind of saying both of those things. Now we're making one of them canon. The Schrodinger's corpse.
Dante's corpse is mine.
That sounds
Dante's
fucked up.
corpse
Gosh.
sounds horrifying.
So yeah, and also talking about discoveries, you managed to go into the files of this computer, and it turns out not only did you get a little bit of the inventory, you found out that the moon rocks were on loan from Helix Labs, but so was this bow, which Helix Labs somehow arranged a transfer from like a Chinese museum all the way to here. And it seems like Dante was having confidential communications with Logan's old supervisor, Trent David. Who the last communication they had, Trent Devin was talking about a new thing to study that was loose in Helix Labs, a humanoid figure that appeared to be made entirely out of rats.
Out of rats.
Yes. Carrying a gun, and just imagine the most like messed up like SCP looking photo, just a blurry silhouette at the end of a hallway holding a gun.
That's so fucking scary.
Right?
It's Slender Rat.
And all it says is cheese.
Jeez.
I come over to Logan at the computer and goes, What's going on? Oh, rats. And
I'm like,
I read the email that's attached to it, and I kind of like cock a brow and just ask Logan, "Can I get a printout of that?"
and Logan kind of like that Stewie when he looks at Brian Griffin, like that little weird head twist. And why would you want something like this?
I got my own hustle. What, this is a bad memory for you, but this looks kind of cool. I thought I'd make like a nice poster out of it.
And as he's saying that, I'm downloading all that information. I yank it off, and I said, "Trust me, it's with Helix Lab." I just lost the voice. I started talking normally. The fuck?
Take
Yeah,
two.
there it is.
Yeah, thank you. Trust me, with Helix Labs, nothing is good. And I yank it, and then I shoot the fucking monitor.
So you fire a gun in this basement lab. The gunshot echoes throughout as you shatter the monitor. The computer is still intact. It's just the monitor.
Oh, no. Like, well, okay, real quick.
Okay.
Is it like a single base? It's like a what do you call this?
A laptop?
Mac? Like a Mac?
Yeah, no, it's more like a PC.
Oh, it's...
So you
You
shoot
have a
the
PC in a fucking research lab like that?
Oh,
Oh my
yeah,
god, are we
'cause
getting
Macs
into the
for
brands?
There is... Okay, I'm sorry, trying to
just
keep it
shoot
real.
the tower.
I shoot the fucking tower.
Yeah,
Fuck it,
okay.
all right.
You just fire at this computer, making sure to destroy the monitor and the computer
And
console.
then like I just kind of look. Can we go? As I put the body in the bag.
One bullet hits the mouse just in case.
Oh my god.
Sounds good to me. Here, let me take that ID from that guy. It might come in handy. So I take Dante's ID and I pocket it. Do I need a tag for that or something?
No, just write that down somewhere on your card. You have a Dante security card.
I'm gonna open the bag real quick. I'm like, I go to Leland. I'm like, Leland, can you open the bag for a second?
Yeah.
I look inside. Sindri, is there anything you want me to steal from this lab that you might want to have?
Sindri pokes.
And like, I want you to like open the bag so that she can see.
I just doing this.
This is like a bunch of like lab equipment.
Sindri like pokes her head out and looks around the room, and she goes, "I mean, this stuff looks like top notch, but I'm not seeing anything that's better than what we have in this room that we have here anyway."
Okay.
Wait! Steal that guy's mug, and it's the mug that like Leland is sipping from. It says, "I hate Mondays."
And I just like, all right. Mind you, like this, the guy, like the pile of maybe a little bit of blood, things destroying. Job well done, guys.
Okay, let's go.
Great.
All right.
So we're just ready to leave.
So we get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you guys shuffle out of the basement.
As
to
we're
the
walking
elevator.
towards the elevator, I'm gonna grab one more crate and just kind of shove it in.
God.
Come on, dog.
How big is your lab?
It's fucking huge, dude.
Okay.
It's very much
It's
like a
Dexter's
TARDIS.
lab.
It's
like
Dexter's-
much,
yeah.
it's Dexter's
Dexter's
lab,
huge
much
city
bigger.
lab.
It's
Just
that
like it
kind
just-
of thing.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm gonna say with your faulty entrance, it's starting to like you guys have been
I mean,
like
yeah, there's a
stretching
limit.
this
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
much that
It's all right. My hands are like I'm holding.
you
So,
get like the last crate in
yeah.
there, but that's about it. You're
Care
gonna
to
be able to
finish
use
your
the bag.
shift? And I straighten his little security badge.
It falls off.
I was like,
I forgot about this.
Hey, he's on duty, so I guess we just hop in the thing and then he
Yeah, we
tells
just go,
us
just
he's
bing,
upstairs and blends in.
So yeah, I mean,
I call Sindri before we go up there. It's like, Sindri. Sindri, is there anybody waiting for us? Is the coast clear?
you hear like keyboard tapping as she's like looking through the camera, and she goes, no, it doesn't look like it. You guys knocked out the one guard, and I've got cameras on everything else, including your cameras. Let's see. Nope, not seeing anything. You guys are in the clear.
I was going to say, do I hear plot development?
do we just look all tired?
You guys look so fine.
I mean, yeah.
And Donnie's in the lab?
Donnie's inside the lab with Cinder.
Okay, and we're now going in the sack too?
Actually, we haven't finalized that. So
You guys want to go in the sack?
I think he's the only one who can blend in.
Yeah.
He's the only one
Yeah.
who can blend in and go upstairs unscathed.
So I guess we're by the elevator entrance. I said, well, let's think about it this way, guys. We could all go into the bag and we could walk out with him, but you were on guard. What if they ask you questions or they look into you like the whole place is a mess and you're unhurt? Should we like rough you up a bit and like make it look like there was a struggle, or do you just walk out and did you use your real name?
No.
What name
All right,
did
great.
you use?
Yeah, did you? For anybody who's knows at home, let us know in the comments below.
I don't have a fake guard
Yeah,
name written
I don't
down,
have a
so
fake
you can
name.
just make one up right now.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't need to use the name. They just put me down. So whatever they put me down as.
Whatever they put you down as.
Yeah.
Did they give you an ID? What do you mean? What
I'm a
does
fan
that?
of details, everyone.
You have a.
No, let me see. I just kind of look.
You pull out your ID.
It says Martha Wayne.
No, it says.
Your fake name was.
Can I say it?
Sure.
Herman.
Just Herman.
Just Herman?
Yeah, Herman.
Herman. Okay. Is that a
First name is
or a
her, last name is man.
Yeah.
It's a name. It's a name. That's all we need.
All right.
It's HERR space MANN.
Herman.
Oh, Herman.
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 All right, then, if that's the situation, then let's just all get in the sack.
Sounds good. We'll figure out how to divvy
No
up.
one laughs. No one.
We'll figure out how to
All right,
divvy up the
so,
loot.
Yeah.
so they get in the bag. I'm going up. Is the other security guard up?
No, he's been knocked out.
Yeah, he's been knocked out.
I just kind of go like, just check on him, just to make sure he's not dead. I'm like,
Okay.
He's snoring.
and then just in case, I just like smash the. No, not him.
Okay.
The cameras.
Damn.
Like I just break the cameras so they can't go back to it.
Before you do that, I want to ask Sindri to wipe it.
Yeah, Sindri's like, I was doing like a program loop and all that, but yeah, I can wipe it real quick, and then that's when you just start smashing
I
mods.
just start boom, boom, boom. Just,
And then I'm like, relay that last one.
All right, two-pronged approach. Let's do this. So you smash all the monitors in this camera room.
and so like I walk out, I just kind of do like a
Like,
like okay, I guess that's it. I just start go. I walk home. I get on the bus.
so much for the in and out.
We got in. We got out.
No, we in and smashed it out. Like,
What's the difference?
well,
And
So-
with a bag casually over your shoulder, you walk out of the parking lot. You kind of, after the last job, you were kind of expecting like the whole museum to blow up or something like
Yeah.
that. But no, you guys did the planning. You haven't tripped any alarms. You took out the main like security.
Well, we
so-
did trip the alarm. We just destroyed the alarm.
Yeah, you tripped the magic alarm.
I feel like we can blow it up, but come on, it's a science museum.
question for
What's
you. Because Dante was like, that's just a security thing. What does he see?
Here's the thing.
Do
Dawn's-
they? Yeah.
Well,
Good question.
I'm like, do they know there's a magic
What's
giant
the
fire
answer?
breathing ship, dragon ship?
Yeah, so I'll just tell you this right now. Him
Stop trying to make bear happen. It's not gonna
him saying like, oh, the alarm's been tripped and all that would be perfectly in line with a sleeper, someone who's not like tuned into like the magic world. But also he's getting emails directly from like someone at Helix Labs with images of some supernatural shit.
Yeah.
So you could ask him, except he's dead. But he was definitely in the know on some stuff.
When you drained his life, did you absorb any of his knowledge?
You can try that.
Can you talk to the?
Oh yeah, can I?
Wait.
can I see if I absorbed anything else from this guy?
Sure.
Can you talk to the dead?
Well, I've only just. Oh.
Figure shit.
And you wanted to leave the body.
Right here, Jason. Yeah. Right here.
Maybe
damn
with
it.
the death sense, maybe I could do something with that.
What is it?
My death sense ring? Maybe it's got more functions than I have.
I would say this. You don't really
It'll be
have any
entertaining,
like
Kevin.
power tags for like speaking with the dead, but that would be a really good level up.
So that means that inclines us to kill everybody and get what we want.
Well, I guess.
Keep them in the
Not-
freezer.
Murder is an option.
Eventually.
All right. Well,
Violence
It's
is
Samuel Payne all over again.
Oh my god.
Just kill and ask questions later.
There's no one to notice
Okay,
if
so
there's
I
no one
can't-
to notice.
So I can't do anything with this yet, but I feel like because this ring failed me, I'm definitely going to be paying attention to that.
Just start smacking it on the table.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm on the bus. I'm just taking
You're a little
it.
singy. Remember, you're a little singed.
Yeah, you're
No, I never got burned.
No, but remember there was like a little bit of flare.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like, I'm just taking like the bus back home, like just sitting there, just like slow, just going, like I'm not even looking in the bag.
Next stop, 46th Street in Irvine.
Yeah.
Right here.
And then,
The bus heads off into the night. You head
bus
back to your apartment. So, yeah, I mean, we can head on to the next day then to, figure all this stuff out. If you guys also need to get some, like, rest and all
Yeah.
that. I don't know if you guys wanted to figure all this stuff out.
Let's go back to
at
the
night.
apartment first.
Yeah.
Like,
Alright,
take
yeah.
everyone back to the apartment.
Yeah, so you take everyone back to the apartment. You open the bag.
wait,
Everyone.
wait, wait. I want to make this funny. I fell asleep and I almost missed myself. I was like, oh god! I jumped out. I just broke the door down and I start running. Oh
God, oh God.
Leland Myers, a true menace to Eden
A
City
true
public
man of
property.
every day. An everyday man. Sorry.
There are still like footprints in the concrete from when you were like running with the
Training.
cinder blocks.
Oh yeah.
Like, the dent you make on this city is both literal and
How have I not-
widespread.
Yeah.
How have I not given away my position?
You have. That's what's crazy.
It's just no one wants to fuck
Everyone
with
just
you.
thinks
No
there's a
one's able to do
metropolitan
anything.
Bigfoot, just
Yeah.
a Yeti just running around
He's always a menace on the 351.
where no one's ever seen him.
So, the moon rocks are in their container in the lab. Corey, you still have the bow, but you're also like super messed up, so you'll want to like get home and get some
Yeah.
rest. You're exhausted.
Need to be attended.
Yes,
Well, could they just all rest at the apartment?
you guys could.
I mean, we're doing this just to have a little bit of like exposition. Like, all right, fuck, what do we do next?
Tell Donnie to,
I'll say
to
Donnie's
take
taking
care of
me.
you.
Yeah, Donnie drives you back to the Olympus Manor. It's like, oh God, what happened to you?
Donnie, before you get the pendants, I need a daiquiri.
Yeah. Daddy, listen. Listen.
I still got mimosa. Do you want to?
Do you want a mimosa?
It's too late for mimosas.
I'm gonna need the hard stuff.
He just hands you the champagne.
That's the hard. That's the.
I just had mimosas. Oh no.
Donnie, I need you to listen to me right now. I need you to bring me a drink that I cannot see through.
He looks at the mimosa that's like mostly orange juice. He's like,
That's some fickle shit, Donnie. You slap him. I thought you knew me better. I don't even know you.
can't see through it. I don't know what you.
My sister comes up to him. Get a hold of yourself, Donnie. God.
The service here sucks.
God. All right. So he
like
drives you back.
Scotch, Donnie. Scotch.
I mean, any scotch you're gonna get from like their apartment, I think.
I'm asking you, Donnie.
What?
I'm asking you.
I need to drive her.
Get the lady a hard drink. Do both.
Okay, all right.
You've got two hands, don't you?
inside the lab.
I could drive you to the manor. Maybe there's alcohol there. Like,
I just need the drink.
okay, cool.
feel like you're
We'll
walking up
stop
to
by
the
a liquor
apartment.
mart. Oh no.
Take
You
her
know the lady
home.
that's always outside the apartment like this in a rocking chair? Out for a late night stroll there, Leland?
Yes, another night.
She knows kind of what we do. She's like,
Oh, yes.
hope you had fun.
I just open the apartment. I go in.
Incredible. So Donnie takes you back to the manor house. Marty,
You crash at our place or you go
I'm
home?
working. I'm gonna go home, but I want to figure out before we leave.
You need to
like,
take a day off from work.
I'm not.
Actually, no, you-
What day of the week is it? I mean, I take.
Isn't it like a Saturday? It was a Saturday morning, wasn't it? When we first we came back late.
I don't know if I set the canon on what day it was, so we're gonna say Saturday.
So it's a Sunday now.
You can take a Sunday off.
Yeah, it's a
Jesus.
Sunday.
So
What
it's
I
a Sunday. I'm not going to work.
What I want to do is like when we get to the apartment, you open it up. I make sure that you get laid on our sofa, but first I put some blankets because we don't want the char.
Yeah.
And like I tell Donnie, he's like, "Oh, what's like a drink you can't see through?" And I obviously guide him to our liquor cabinet, and he's like, "You're gonna want to go with this one." And I go look at her. I pull out a bottle that has like triple X. It's like straight up like what is it called? Moonshine. And he's like,
Oh my God.
she's gonna want a little bit of this. And it's like, it will fucking knock you out. It is relievingly refreshing, but you're out. The fuck.
So that's what you send me home
Yeah,
with.
that's a loud one.
Yeah.
Gosh. A little Chris.
What, Chris?
Chris, get the fucking water.
Yeah. So like, I make sure that you're taken care of. I go over and I get some tweezers, like this, and I go over. I'm like, lift up your shirt there for a second.
Me?
Yes, because you got smashed into wood. You're gonna have splinters.
All right.
my guy.
I'll be all right. I got my dad's nurse
And as
at
he's
home.
saying that, I rip one off.
Ow!
Like, So I kind of start taking care of them, just not like healing it, but just for flair, like just a little bit of first aid.
Yeah.
All right, fine. All right.
And
And of course, I make Leland a nice. What's your favorite sandwich?
A cheese sandwich.
There you go. I start making it because I'm like, you did
It's like a grilled cheese.
He's like, you did a bang up fucking job, my guy. That was great.
It's pimento. I feel like you would eat a pimento sandwich.
A piment. Nah,
I make another sandwich for Donnie.
Okay.
You know, I
I'm
mean,
very
he's been through
simple.
a lot.
Yeah.
Donnie appreciates it.
Yeah, I make Sindri's
strange at
favorite
all.
meal, which is just some basic ass mac and cheese because she hasn't grown up.
With a side of jelly
With
bears.
a side of jelly
The
bear-
gummy bears. Sorry,
gummy
not
bears,
jelly bears.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gummy, yeah. And so I'm like, here you go. And she's like, ooh. And I just kind of look at the body. I feel a little remorseful.
That's why I took it.
Thanks. Like, even though he told me, you know, he had children, I know as a father I understood. So I kind of look at him a little solemnly. I was just putting up an act. But like, I start kind of getting just some disposable blankets that we have and start wrapping. Just a little respect to the body. But I look over to him. He's like, well, I look at everybody's like, damn, I wish we could have gotten more out of this guy. Any of you have any tricks up your sleeves or anybody? I look over to you. He's like, before we dispose of him.
Well, I'd like to. I'm gonna look at the body and just look at him and see if I feel
You're
anything.
looking at him?
I just think because you're fucked up, you might not be able to be like, yeah, let me go over
Yeah,
and do this
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
As you're looking at him, I walk up behind you.
Yeah, he looks pretty dead to me.
Leland,
Yes, he's dead.
just give me a second. And I'm gonna like put my hand on this guy's head and I'm gonna close my eyes and see if I can sense any omniscient wisdom and life drinking to see.
Yeah. Well,
what I
you
can-
basically drank this guy's
Right,
like
but I
life
just want to
essence.
use the tag because it's because of that I have that. That the omniscient wisdom. Probably. Jack of all trades.
No.
Yes, because I'm doing a new thing
No.
that I'm good at.
No.
Okay. Fucking
If you were a master student,
fine, that's all I get.
plus 2 then.
Yeah, plus two.
Yes, and then investigate.
Oh, that's 12, baby! Holy shit, 2 5s plus 2! Yes!
So, yeah, that's. Give me what I want. You.
I know
the
his
body.
whole life story. I am Dante Smith.
You lean down, put a hand on his chest, head,
Top of his head.
Yeah,
You
his
might
head.
know.
Close my
And-
eyes. Yeah.
You
Your dog.
feel the essence of this person in you. It's not like you like absorb their soul or anything like that, but like close, like magically speaking. And as you're like really focusing, you know, it's still been enough time that that like the essence hasn't like fully merged with yours yet. So in the back of your subconscious, you suddenly see flashes of like memories of a different life in front of you. You have 2 questions. What do you want to know?
Why'd you die?
We cut back to. Marty, don't worry, my guy.
I see a horrible image of myself
Just smiling.
grabbing and smiling, and that's the last thing I see, and I see myself as the devil. No.
Wow.
Horrifying. Yeah.
With his
Never-
first kill.
That is a character.
All I see is this person's face, my face, and then I go down and I hear golf claps, golf claps, golf claps.
Oh, yeah.
Golf claps as I like black out.
Baby's
The
first
two
kiss.
questions I have. One are
San Diego.
I want to know
What he knew.
what he I want to know what he knows about Helix Labs and his contact there, what that whole relationship is.
Okay. So you're sitting there concentrating, and then a vague memory forms in front of your closed eyes, and it's almost like recalling a dream. Like everything is blurry at the edges, like it's almost like painted in watercolor, but you recognize a room at the top of a building, a few stories up, looking out at the rest of the city. It looks like a very just like a standard like corporate like meeting room, and this like you're sitting in one chair, but like you're looking down. It's like these are clothes you're never gonna wear, and it's like, oh, this is his memory. And across from him is a figure with blonde hair and glasses, and it looks like he's actually grown it out to be like a ponytail in the back now, just like a very small ponytail. And he's like sipping some coffee, and he goes, well, Dante, this is a great working relationship so far. We've got another, strange item coming in. These rocks. The boys in the lab, each time they touch them, they fall into a coma. So we need you to be like real careful looking at these and seeing what's up. Maybe, and then if you can do the usual thing, and the memory starts to fade. So I'm going to give you an opportunity here. You do have another question. If you want to know what the usual thing is, you can spend it there.
Bullshit, make me use two. It's like fucking putting another quarter in the goddamn phone.
Continue. 10.
Yeah.
9.
You're going to tell us what that thing is.
Or I could just point a gun at you.
Where's my gun?
Where's my gun?
Let me talk to the quarter.
The usual thing, or okay, I don't even know who what this man's name is.
It's Dante.
No, the man he's talking to.
Yeah,
You would know since
Yeah,
it's
I know
really
this
his memory.
already.
Yeah, you feel as you're reaching for meaning, you feel like the context reach in the back of your head. This is Trent David.
This is Trent David. Right.
Trent David,
We knew this from the email.
bigwig at the branch of Helix Labs here in
we knew
Eden
this.
City, and you can just feel in this conversation that Dante has a close working relationship with Trent. It seems like he's sort of like the direct contact between Helix Labs and the museum, but you are also sensing an undercurrent of like something secretive, and it looks like Trent David specifically talking to Dante, and not like the museum, but like Dante himself, talking about like, hey, we've got this transfer going on. You're here. You're seeing the conversation where the deal was made for the moon rocks to come to the museum.
Okay. I'll use, because it's what we want to know, what he was tasked to.
Sorry. My lips were dry.
I like lived through Chris in that moment. I was just like,
To our hydro
damn.
homies, we stay hydrated.
Drink water.
I gotta keep the label away. Yes, I want to know what Dante was tasked to do specifically with these rocks, and then I have a question that's like something that already happened. That's narrative. That's not. You'll see. It's a fair question, but I want to know that.
So you concentrate on this memory before it can like fade away, and it's almost as hard as like remembering a dream, but like you guys see like Marty like squint his eyes as he's like fully concentrating on this moment. As the image becomes a little bit more solid, you hear Dante's voice. Okay, yeah. I mean, we can put them on display. We can, have people like look at them. I mean, they can't like, touch them, but we can see if there's any reaction from like people being close and observing them. And Trent goes, okay, well, I mean, that's good for like the first few stages, but you know how this works. Like, if we don't get a reaction, we need to get this out into the city. That's what we did with the hammer. So, there's multiple rocks. If like you have them on display and then maybe, I don't know, you chip off a piece of the rock or just one rock goes missing, maybe it never goes on display. Maybe it just ends up in a rock garden in a diner somewhere. I don't know. But as like your heart is starting to sink and you're not even sure if that's like yours or Dante's as you realize like what Trent David is saying. It's like, our mission is to get these relics and try to figure out and try to unlock them by seeing who they react with. And so if that means getting them out there, then that's what we need to do. But for right now, all we're talking about is getting these rocks to the museum. You will be able to look over them, and then you put them on display. And then if nothing happens after that, we'll talk.
Say hi to your wife and kids.
Say hi to your wife and kids for me.
Jesus Christ, everyone leave this man's wife and kids alone.
As Trent David steps up and goes, and, I probably don't need to say what it would mean if you said no to this deal. I mean, Helix Labs has a lot of partners. Say hi to the wife and kids.
God damn it.
And Trent David leaves the room, and the memory fades.
I'll kill your kids. That's what I mean.
While you're squinting, like doing this, I was like really close. Like, what is he doing? I'm like up to your face.
My face. I wake up, guys. Whoa, Jesus. So, okay. So my follow-up question was then, and I guess the answer is nothing. What happened when we were scooping these rocks? Didn't we have to touch the rocks?
No,
We
gave
told
him
them to use gloves.
So
Yeah,
we wore
never-
gloves.
We never physically touched them.
Yeah, you guys.
No one has made direct contact.
Yeah,
with
you
Here's the
guys
thing.
made it explicitly clear last session that you guys were like putting on gloves, trying to put them in a
Yeah.
carrying case, like being
Okay.
very specific about not touching them with your hands.
And that came from him telling me not to touch him directly.
Because he's told him they're fragile.
Dante told you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dante told me in his like scared state, like just don't touch
touch
him
him with
directly.
your
This
Well,
and
the
this and
three
that.
of us were taking on the ship. He was talking to Dante. And Dante
Okay.
said, put gloves on. They're very fragile.
Okay.
Oh, and I will give you this as well, since you kind of like got into his head. Dante's not a sleeper.
He's a rift.
He knew about magic. Yeah.
So he
That
knew.
lying motherfucker.
Yeah. Wow.
I should have shot him.
Good answer.
Where are his kids?
Well,
They'll take the blood.
I sold him, so. DBZ
yeah, you
reference.
fucking you straight vampired.
I
Buffy
sold
the
him.
vampire is us.
So I come out of it. I relay this information to the group, starting with "Don't touch the rocks."
I give you tea.
Thanks.
Don't touch the rocks.
Hey, this isn't chamomile.
It's a new strain.
It's a new strain. So I say, "Don't touch the rocks." Here's what I know, and I tell them all that about, which is essentially just from my understanding. They're
Como
just
rocks.
looking for people to react or to activate the relics in the rocks
Yeah, pretty much.
Museum
in
was like
any
a testing.
way.
Yeah.
It seems like these items are instilled with magical power, and it's especially with normal people. Sometimes they don't react, but then sometimes it awakens something in people. And then Kore, you know this specifically, but you're already a rift. You have your own brand of magic, and then when you picked up this relic of another brand of magic, there was this like almost like feedback.
Yeah.
Like even now, it's hard to like hold the bow.
I feel like you put the bow
So the
kind of like
magics are
Thor
clashing.
put his hammer on
I
the
am
coat
a-
rack.
Oh my god.
You put the bow on the coat rack.
I'm gonna ask you this, and I think okay. He's a rift.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying he has a mythos within him? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna ask you, since I drank his life, do I have any of that goodness in me? Whatever he's got going on?
Oh my god.
Being hard.
You got another theme card ready
This will
back
make a
there?
very interesting turn for the show.
How about this?
I've never drank life out of people.
This
This is the first,
no one's ever
And you
done
I
that.
haven't
him.
done this yet. I've had
I'm
it
so
this
proud
whole
of you.
time, but
Yeah, you
God
killed
damn it,
him.
Stop doing
He
that.
had a wife and kids. Good for you.
Let's God damn it.
Fuck his family.
Let's do a looking beyond the mist.
Oh.
So yeah,
Ooh,
so
never
this
done that either.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think we did that once with my character in season 1, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's essentially you roll plus. Yes, you roll plus mythos, and that is you basically like peering into the mist and trying to get like a deeper understanding.
No, I have two.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. My bad.
This one's
just
so
different
it's
cards.
a plus 2.
Yeah, plus
to
2.
do what? I'm sorry.
To basically look deep into the mist and try to get like this whole like direct mythos information. You're basically like expanding your mind.
I give you
Better be
a pop
expanding my
brownie.
cards. Is what
You're
I
going
mean.
from car salesman to car manufacturer.
Ah man, he's mythos
leveling
is
up.
fucking- I don't know what he called. His mythos is Henry Ford.
Yeah.
Great.
A Mitsubishi.
All right.
Ferrari.
Ferrari.
I can't add anything. To
No,
this
it's just
except,
plus 2.
Except with my mythos.
Yeah, just plus 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's plus 2.
Just roll.
Okay.
Either nothing's gonna happen or you're gonna see something.
All right. Turn on the charm plus 3. Here we go. Okay, no, it's plus 2.
Oh, it's a 14.
It's a 14.
You better improvise something, baby.
Give me that Henry Ford.
I want to beat Ferrari.
I wanna.
You can turn into a Ferrari.
I can turn into a Ford Model T.
So mark attention to your magical trickster theme, the one with the mystery. What is my true form? Since
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
One more and you level up.
Yeah. I did.
Oh man, that was funny. He has to come up with
you
something now.
You literally got the perfect roll for one of the hardest things to find something.
Kevin, he's like, fuck, I wasn't ready for this.
Take your time,
wait.
Kevin. Take your time.
Pick something from the wall.
Pick something from the wall.
Pick one. Anyone. I'll take
Baby
some.
new. Fuck it.
Baby new.
So, you spent this time meditating, and you were like holding on to these memories, like trying to hold on to this identity. And Marty, you feel something like form in the back of your mind, like
Tumor.
It's. I knew you were gonna fucking
Oh my
say
gosh,
that.
it's like phenomenon.
God.
That's how you get all your powers.
you feel like fixating on like this person and like their memories and all that. You feel their essence still in the back of your mind,
His wife and
not
kids.
like blurred and blended into your own. And as you do, you close your eyes and you see another memory of Dante in the basement. Seems like it's a normal workday for him at the the labs and tools. But as he walks out, he walks through the basement, and for just a moment, the basement looks like a large pit with 9 layers of ledges above him.
Okay.
And the crates
Oh,
on
really?
fire.
Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm sorry. You're not. No. It's good.
I'm trying to set the fucking
No,
moment.
it's good.
No, that's not good enough
His
for
name
you.
is Dante.
Dante. That's what I was like.
I was like, maybe it's Dante.
That's a choice of character.
No,
you're
go
going
ahead.
for.
9 layers
Some
in a pit.
Anyway, yes.
Hell.
Just busted your balls, Kevin.
Give us the hits.
And it's just you kind of get this like sense that is how he saw the basement, and also the deal he had made was him being in the pits of hell that he could not escape from.
I like this. He's in the basement and the hell and I like that.
Yeah.
And the illusions.
That's nice, but what power does he get? Fuck.
You have a power over stairs now.
And there's just a moment
vertigo.
where you're in a space of mist, standing on top the surface of water. And for a moment, you see Dante across from you, skin pale, eyes bloodshot.
Which Dante? Mythos Dante or Scientist Dante?
He's wearing the lab coat, but also wearing a noble hat as he looks at you and goes, "Make sure you don't dig yourself too deep." You snap back into reality.
But he says it in Latin because that's what it was written. You don't understand Latin.
Says in Latin, English subtitles. Cut to
right.
commercial.
What is my
Is that your new
form?
power? You get to see subtitles
I'll
in
take
real
the
life.
book. I'll find a letter to answer the question, and my new power tag speaks Latin.
We'll talk about what you get from that later. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have a card prepared.
I mean, yeah,
I'm fine.
no
with
one
it.
expected this bullshit.
All right, but I got
still really
something
good.
going on.
Where
with
was
me
this
now.
We'll
role in
explore
the
that.
fight?
Cool, interesting, crazy. What?
Where was this role in the fight?
Dude,
Waiting
fucking,
for
this
plot
is
development,
I don't know if
clearly.
we've ever had two
I'm realizing that these guys roll very well in non-combat situations because that's what they're used for.
Yeah.
We roll pretty well in combat.
No, she got-
you didn't get.
No, she rolled awesome
great
on
Yeah,
that.
but you had like a
hitting.
+4 dude.
You know what the problem was?
But-
it was overshadowed by the fact you got burnt extra crispy.
Yeah, I say
Yeah.
like
You had a
I
moment
hit
that I did it.
great.
Ah!
It's the defense that I don't have.
So with
That's
that,
what you guys are for. So
That is true. That is true.
it is
Okay.
on brand.
You know, I should have given you my
fantastic.
coat, but I was throwing him like a fucking volleyball.
Yeah.
So fantastic. So I have something going on with me now.
yeah, you just had like a weird vision there for a moment, and now you're just like,
Don't dig yourself too deep.
You're cursed now, dude. Like
Yeah.
You have the power all 9 circles of hell.
I was cursed the moment I met you, fucking
Oh,
lot.
dude, that'd be a sick ability.
Okay,
right.
so
yeah.
are you done with the body?
Yeah, I think that's all that we need to. Let's
And with
figure.
that, I like wrap it up, just out of respect.
Yeah, wrap it up. Take it. I don't want. You know what? I don't want to know. What I do want to know is what we're doing with these juicy things. Don't touch them. But shall we divvy up, fam?
What do we do?
We all just look at after he says that.
The kids say that. What? The kids say fam.
Look, before we start dividing it,
Kids say fam. Sorry.
I'm hip.
I'm.
I asked Siri, or I opened the bag. I said, Siri,
Sindri,
Sindri, thank you, Siri,
Siri.
Siri,
Siri, call Sindri.
Sindri. As I'm looking at the rocks, well, the rocks are in the lab. I'm not gonna take them out of
Did
my
we
I'm not
put
gonna
the
put-
replacement rocks?
Yeah, you
did?
We put them in the basement lab. His lab has the main
Yeah.
rocks in
Yeah,
a
yeah,
cart.
yeah.
So
we're just
we
looking at the
make our
bag.
way in back into the lab.
Okay.
Around the
As I'm
cart.
looking into it, now according to you, you said that when they touched them, it fell into a coma, right?
Yes, that's what I found out.
In case you didn't know, I'm reiterating what he said.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I kind of go over, and I said, I want to try scanning them. See for any sort of like radiation, this, and I look at all of us. He's like, maybe it might have something to do with people like us. So just give me a couple hours.
You didn't find any. I mean,
I was
didn't
gonna
they already do a lot of the heavy lifting for you in that lab? Did you find any data on the research
Did
that
I
they
find
already
any
did on this to kind of speed?
You have the database, so you could try to do another like investigate. But like at the moment, what you were focused
He didn't
on
really
was
get
like
to look at it.
Yeah, what you were focused on was like communications and like the inventory of the place. But you also like have like the data.
I mean, I
that you
downloaded their
download.
entire
exactly.
system. Do I have to
So
roll for something that I already have completely?
you have the database. How about this? We'll get to that when we get to that. But for right now,
I was gonna say when you were like people like us. Like, you mean assholes?
All right, so you're gonna figure out whether these things are safe.
I want to
to
run as many scans to get whether it's a radioactive isotope,
Okay.
whether its origin, or if it does have some sort of, because you said they were probably testing on the effect on normal human beings compared to us, people like us.
They just said they were trying to find out which people react to this positively, negatively, or not at all.
So pretty much what I want to do is, with the science that I have, start building a MacGuffin machine. Now, pretty much a machine that's going to scan from variables, whether it's density, magnetism, anything. Just literally scan it completely.
So
In other
here's
words, fuck your mystery. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
I love it.
OG scan.
So here's what we're gonna do, okay? It's like 1 to 2 a.m. right now, and a lot of you guys are like either exhausted and or seriously
know.
injured. So here's what we're gonna do. As you guys sort of like talk it out and figure out your next steps, you eventually sort of go your separate ways. The next day comes in, and so we're gonna do some downtime to just kind of mechanically show like what each of you are doing. You raised a hand there, Jason?
I was something I wanted to do before the night was over.
Okay, so Marty and Corey leave, and so in the quiet of the apartment, there's just you and Logan.
I just tell Logan,
I'm gonna go get rid of the body.
and I just kind of, take it in the cloth. I take the sack so I can just put it in there, so it doesn't look like I'm just walking with a fucking body in my hands. I was like, I'll be back, and I just walk out.
Okay, so I think that's kind of the final image of the night is you carrying the sack, and then eventually you go over to the docks.
No, that wasn't what I was gonna do.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm gonna go to like a park. I'm gonna go to a park.
Okay.
That closed.
You're in a park at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, and
What of it?
but like one of those parks, where they have like a lot of trees and everything.
Yeah.
And I grab the tree by the base.
Oh
And
my
I lift it up. I lift up, like I pull it up. Okay.
No.
And I just start digging. I'm just digging a little bit deeper. And I put the body in there.
Oh my god.
I take the tree and I put it right back. But it's kind of like I'm not happy about what I'm doing. I'm just kind of sad because it just brought back a lot of memories for me.
Can I tell you something? You just described, except for, lifting a tree, you just described the exact funeral my family had for one of our cats growing up. We buried a cat under the roots of a tree in our yard.
That's kind of beautiful in its own way.
It is. Yeah, well, we wanted to become part of the tree and all that. Literally, you just did the same.
I think in that quiet moment, you're. What? I had
I
this.
get a, in that quiet moment,
Quiet moment.
I get a text.
Was beautiful.
I had it muted. I swear I had it muted.
In that quiet moment, I get a text. Has your extended warranty?
They're trying to reach
You look at it. You're next.
So I was like, no respect.
In that quiet moment,
Logan, I'm gonna need a new phone.
you're burying the body and you're thinking back on all the other dirty deeds you've had to do in the past. This is not your first time burying a body. Right. This is not your first time killing someone. Although Marty got the honor in this job.
Yep.
You killed a boat, so that was fun. Do you think back on a particular night, or do you want? All right,
I did.
So, as you're burying the body, you're thinking back on the one event that brought you into this situation, and you think back on this event quite a bit as we fade to a hotel room. It's a hotel room in the middle of nowhere. And you're just like set up here. You're not one of those people that like has all their stuff like spread out. It's like very spare. I don't even know if you brought a suitcase. Who else is in this room with you?
It's a gentleman that was hired with, I believe his name was Maximilian, right?
Well, Maximilian Olympus,
Right.
is the Don.
For the sake of just for naming, we're gonna call this guy Kent.
Kent.
Yeah.
Kent. All right.
Yeah. It's me and Kent.
Okay.
I don't know him. Like, I've heard of him, but I don't know him. We're just kind of like acquaintances at best. It's like hi and bye.
Yeah. So, Kent is one of the, I'd say he's one of like the finer goons. He doesn't have the full like lilt, but he's definitely like, he calls himself like a gentleman hitman. He's got like the black gloves, but he's also wearing like a suit, and his hair is coiffed, and he's got like this like real nice like thin black mustache going on.
I don't care if he doesn't have a lilt. I need a good voice for Kent.
It better not be the same shit you give us.
I've had to do jobs in office buildings. I've had to do jobs in parks in the middle of the night. I've even had to do jobs in the forests. I once had to lean in and hide in a like a river, have the mud over me in order for me to camouflage in the night. But I gotta tell you, this coming out here to the fucking boonies, middle of the desert, this is the farthest I've had to travel for a job, and I don't even like. I'm in a hotel room, and I don't even like it.
He's smoking a croissant because he's French.
And I'm just like, I'm just standing like this. I'm just standing like this, just staring out the window, just kind of just. I'm listening, but I'm not really talking. Just kind of like.
Yeah. Work's work.
Yeah. So So what's the job here, huh? It's we're just gonna watch all this go down. We don't even need to do anything.
Pretty much. Oh, it's all I got. Keep an eye on things. Nothing goes down. It's a good day's work. Easy pay.
Yeah, easy pay. Listen though, how much is that easy pay?
Couple thousands. Doesn't seem that much.
Well, you ready to make a whole lot more? And from under the bed, he pulls out a long rectangular case, and as soon as he opens it up, you see the components of a sniper rifle that he immediately starts putting together.
What the hell are you doing?
And he looks up at you and goes, "I'm doing my job."
Voice.
Oh yeah, I'm doing my job. Hey, wait,
I uncross my arms.
wait, hang on. Are you? What were you sent here to do?
I was here to watch.
I don't know what they were expecting me to do here. Okay, so I'll let you in on this. I got paid to do more than watch, and I'm also getting paid a lot more than we're getting paid to watch. You get what I mean here? You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I'm getting it, but who paid you? Who paid you?
Well, see, part of that payment was for me not saying that. But here's the deal, all right? I'm going to offer you a lot more money here if you do exactly what you were just doing, which is stand back, watch, and do nothing, okay? All right? It's all copacetic. And he finishes putting together the sniper rifle, which he was doing during that whole conversation. And he's just like, it's one shot. We're far enough away that, most of the people down there don't even know that we're here, you know?
And I start thinking about it. I was like, no, this isn't adding up.
No, this is not how it's supposed to go.
Look, okay, look, I'm not that ambitious of a guy. I can tell you right now, this isn't just me being someone down there's got to die. There is someone paying me for this and paying me a lot of money, okay? And I can extend that money to you. Like I said, you just have to stand back, okay?
This isn't how it's supposed to go, and it's not going down.
He sighs and then looks over at the window, and his eyes widen. He goes, the meeting's going down. Okay, look, I don't have time for this, all right? I gotta make this shot. So you can either get with me here and make a lot of money.
Is he pointing the gun already?
He has the gun in his hand, and he's looking toward the window.
And I'm kind of a little flabbergasted because I'm supposed to know everything and I'm not knowing.
Yeah, you are out of the loop here,
Yeah.
and you are out of the loop in a very bad way. And he says that, and he goes toward the window, and he's pointing the sniper rifle out, and he goes, "Just a moment, buddy, and then we both got payday, all right? We could probably leave these jobs."
I said, no, you're not doing this.
As you're coming up to him, he turns and points a pistol at you and goes, "Okay, all right, new way this is going down, okay? You get to the other side. You go into the bathroom. You lock yourself in there. You have plausible deniability. Otherwise, I shoot you in the fucking throat."
And I just kind of stay quiet and just look. I don't know how to react to this. And then I kind of look down. I'm like, and I try to go for the gun.
You go for the gun. The gun fires. And outside, Corey, you hear a gunshot. Everyone looks around. Back to the hotel room. There's a tussle, a fight. He's trying to point the gun at you. You're trying to grab him. And for a moment, the anger causes you to see red. What do you do?
I grab him by the throat and I have the hand like this, trying to hold the gun.
You're making some powerful enemies here. You'll never be alive after this. You're making the wrong choice.
Does he shoot again?
I think at this point you've grabbed the pistol out, but he's trying to reach for the pistol.
Got it. And I'm crushing his throat. And I throw him out the window.
His body falls out. Corey, everyone sees the body fall out the window. Everyone starts pulling out guns. The situation gets bad as someone grabs you and takes you back to the car. Leland, you're standing there at the window, looking down. The body is just a speck on the parking lot, but you can see the meeting go off. You hear gunshots. You see all these cars peel out. And you realize you might have made a terrible mistake. You finish putting the tree back onto the ground over the body, quite literally burying the casualties of your last job. Something you wish you could do with that one from so long ago.
I just put the tree back, take a deep breath, and just start walking. Just walk them.
How many labors do you still have to do?
That was, I think I had 4.
Okay. So, the next day comes. So we're gonna do the downtime move just to kind of like take care of things mechanically. Corey, you will 100% want to use this move to heal your physical status here.
Yeah.
You are covered in incredible burns.
Yeah.
So the Olympus family, of course, has like top-notch like doctors. Like you don't even have to get into too many details. It's just like you show up with like burns, and immediately like Maximilian is like, we need like someone on call.
Yeah.
What's up?
Do I put 2 attentions to these 2? Memorable face and overwhelming debt?
Give me an attention to 12 jobs here, just because we did that flashback there.
I feel like what would happen is, even though you're somewhat teetery with the relationships with the Olympus family, if they found out one of theirs
I was
got
just thinking
fucked up
that.
like this,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a massive uproar.
Yeah. Well, here's
Maybe not from Juno, but
But either
No,
way,
but
people
they
are
were
gonna be
like, we don't
who
like
the
you,
fuck
but
did
you're
this?
one of ours.
Yeah.
So who did this? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you going in there is gonna cause a lot of shit to
Yeah,
be
I think that's kind of what is sort of like Corey's like story. What does she tell the Olympus crime family once they see her like covered in burns?
ooh.
It was a rough day at the spa.
I've never heard Jason do the voice. That was fantastic.
So good.
And you know what? I'll say this. You know, we kind of like cut like directly into this like montage scene. There's like Maximilian
Yeah.
asking what's going on. There's like the rest of the family there, and you do see like Minerva like giving you a look.
Yeah.
The tanning
And-
salon would not turn off.
Yeah, I can't give away what Minerva was having me do.
So they torch up any random place.
Yeah, so I'm like,
You could say you fell asleep in the tanning bed. I don't know. You probably look really bad.
yeah, so I probably look a lot worse than what a tanning bed can do. But
Challenge accepted.
oh wait, well, I was gonna say,
I've never been in one of those cancer pods. I don't know.
like, damn, I don't know.
I'm brown as it is. I don't need that shit.
Gosh, geez, there was an event that I went to, and apparently some company was there, and they had some strange.
Wait, you're talking while you're burnt?
Oh, and I'm trying to think.
Because they're asking her what the hell
Yeah.
happened to you.
It's a little hard to talk when you're like, you're going a
Well,
little
yeah,
crispy.
I was healed enough. I was healed enough to at least tell like
Yeah.
Donnie to get me a
Sounds true. The
drink.
tanning salon wouldn't turn off. Blew up. Here we are.
Yeah.
No way. Let's just hear where she goes with this.
There was another family who
Oh man.
Maximilian's eyes grow cold as he goes. What other family?
they're connected to some artifacts in the local social circles. And
Minerva steps up and goes, look at her. She's burned and delirious. Before we start asking her a bunch of questions, we need to get her medical treatment now. And Maximilian goes, you're right, Minerva. Always wise. We'll get you to some top-notch doctors. And sure enough, you get like,
Doctor comes in. Hello, everybody.
I heard you needed me.
I'm the goon doctor. Doctor
Here is
Goon.
my goodish degree.
Minerva goes, yes,
Be canon
there's some doctors that we use for times like these. Let's see if Dr. Castello is still working.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, and so they bring you over to the hospital, and we don't have to do the whole scene, but
Callback, season 1. Watch it.
He's like, oh my god.
A doctor named Dr. Castello tends to your wounds.
So, do you have any history of heart disease in your family? Or I have to go through the
And while he's talking, like a spirit is just behind him watching.
just drinking ghost alcohol. This doesn't do anything. And yeah, he seems to have like a pretty good way of like healing you up. It seems like whatever ointment he's using that has a slight glow to it is helping out.
I feel like Castello, like he would go into the medical room, and I'd just be like, okay, he gets some salve. He has to hide it somehow, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like you would kind of know the family is kind of also this kind of
He
power.
uses the sun to cure burn.
Yeah.
So like he's like, I'm gonna apply. He's like, all right then. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of healing salve on you. Yes, this isn't the atypical medical treatment, but he still treats it like a surgery.
Yeah.
But it's just covered in this salve. He's like, I just need you to take a deep breath, and like I'm applying the salve everywhere, but I'm also like, where the hell did you get burnt like this?
You know, it was a wild Saturday night.
And as she says that, he's like, yeah, I had wild Saturday nights as well.
Have you ever been to Burning Man?
It's just like there was a time where me and a couple of buddies of mine had a disagreement with a political power. You wouldn't want to hear about it. I just continue to heal her. And yeah, like I go straight. You're good.
Yep. So you're healed up in something that would take like weeks. It only takes like hours as the salve does its work. It does not feel good. But you're still in like the hospital room in bed.
You feel rejuvenated.
Basically, Dr. Castello says that you should be good to leave tomorrow.
Okay.
But I will say that while you're in the hospital room,
A zombie appears.
well, you do get a visitor. Minerva in her
He's like flipping a
pantsuit.
coin. He's like, "What's up, guys?"
As she comes in, closes the door, and goes, I didn't bring flowers. I don't know what are the right ones for this occasion. But
So I brought a card.
Oh my gosh.
so I brought a card. And she gives you a card. It's like has a little dog that's
Has cash.
sad. It has like get well soon.
If it gets too hot in the oven, leave or something
Yeah.
like that.
Has some cash. Like, oh, nice.
She sits down from you and goes, so you need to come up with a better lie.
Pretty much told the truth.
Yes.
As I said, you'll want to keep this hunting for relics a secret if you want my protection.
Right.
But already, you told the head of the Olympic family
You forgot that plot point.
that another family has attacked you. I can only buy you so much time. So take this time to come up with a more convincing lie.
I could do that. I could do that. I can make up a whole crime family. Right?
Don't look at me.
I mean, I can, but I can't help you with that.
I know. Like, okay.
Good.
They're known as the Helixes.
Now.
Yes.
Cool. Now, I need to know. What were you trying to get?
Moon rocks.
Damn, just straight up about it. All right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anything special about them?
Are you?
They're from the moon.
Are you?
What more do you need?
Are
They're
you?
collectibles.
Are you familiar with?
The moon?
Are you familiar with helix lamps?
Her eyebrows go up and she steps up, goes to the door, and you see that there is a guard posted at your door. And she goes, I'll be in here a while. And she closes the door, sits down, and goes,
Castello's like, so you don't belong here.
let's talk. Castello goes, like, you don't belong here.
Who the fuck
Minerva
are you?
just gives you a look.
And I get like, my eyes start to flicker a little bit. Like, go ahead. Walk away.
Gosh.
It's still visiting hours. What is up with that doctor? So you're talking with Minerva. Marty, What are you doing for the downtime?
He's dancing.
What time is it?
Oh, it's the next day. You have the whole day.
Okay, well, I was gonna check in on Pops, and then I was gonna meet up with Harvey.
Cool. Okay, so you check in on Pops. Pops is doing great. You know, he's actually kind of excited. He got to see those like moon rocks. Like he's just like, you know, I didn't really see like what the appeal was for them, but you know, seeing them right there, something that was on the moon, now it's here. Kind of feel that power to it.
Oh my god.
Great distances traveled. It's like smoking a Cuban cigar that's straight from Cuba.
You feel
He coughed.
does he cough?
He coughs a little bit, but it's like an old man hacking cough, not
Okay.
really like a cigarette
Not a
cough.
Okay.
Father, come here.
I'm curious. How's he look?
Old.
He
He looks rough.
looks rough.
Okay.
It's not like a disease kind of thing. It's just like a time kind of thing.
Are you gonna kill
know?
the nurse? Hey, nurse, come
No.
here. I need to.
How's Larry?
Yeah,
I haven't talked to Larry like almost at all in this show.
Larry comes in with like a meal. It's like, you know, roast beef and like peas. As he's like, okay, all right, here you go. And he's like, I fucking hate roast beef and peas. I keep telling you that. And Larry's like, yeah, well, that's what we got today, okay? I'll make you grilled cheese tomorrow. He's like, that's damn right.
Trade Larry.
Give him life.
I'm not gonna kill my dad's nerd. I'm not killing anybody. God.
Says the guy who killed somebody.
All right, Pops, don't worry. I'll talk to Larry about your menu, and I'm glad you enjoyed the museum. Just eat up, Papa. I'm gonna talk to Larry for a second. All right.
All right. He goes back to eating his roast beef and peas. He likes it. He just likes being
Just be curmudgeon.
he likes being a curmudgeon. Yeah, you take Larry aside and goes, yeah, is there anything you need?
Yeah, Larry. I just wanted to check in on how he's been. I've been gone for overnight and stuff, so I just wanted to make sure. Anything to report?
Well, you know, you've been keeping up with his bills and all that, so he's doing as well as, you know, medical science can do these days. But I mean,
No change in his behavior. No kind of signs of extra energy. No signs of worsening.
he's getting a bit slow. He's getting slower, and
Okay.
It's taken a bit more effort for him to, you know, get up in the morning and all that. He's a strong guy. He's real stubborn, but
Okay.
yeah.
But since I got him home from the museum, I showed him those moon rocks he was talking about. He hasn't shown any signs of being worse or.
Well, he seems really excited to see them.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Larry. And you know, you can give him a salad or something. Like, roast beef, Larry. Okay.
It's soft.
It's soft, yeah, but it's not. It's red meat. Like you can give him a salad or maybe like some.
Okay, well-
let's look into some vegan options.
Okay, I'll look into some vegan options.
Some B12.
All right, and then he takes out like a pack of cigarettes. He's like, I'm gonna take my break now.
Okay, make sure you wash up. I don't want him smelling. Come on, I'm trying to get him
doing
off
it
the cigarettes.
outside.
I understand that. I just don't want him to, just make sure you don't smell like it when you come back. I don't want him being,
He already smells like cigarettes, and he leaves.
Okay, bye, Larry. God, I need a better nurse.
Larry kind of sucks.
Larry does suck. All right, Pop. You need anything? I'm gonna head out. I have an appointment.
Get me some scotch.
Okay, I will not be doing that. You just you take it easy.
You're
Okay?
no fun.
Make sure Larry takes you for a walk around the block. Okay, you got to keep your blood going.
All right.
All right.
What about a dog?
What am I, a dog? Take Trixie with you.
Okay, always Pop. Mm-hmm. Okay, love you.
All right.
Say love you back. Oh.
Yeah, damn. All right.
Yeah. He goes. Have a good day, son.
Okay.
Yeah, it's meta. It's now canon. He doesn't love you.
He doesn't love me. Jesus. All right, so I'm gonna go meet up with Harvey now that I wanted to make sure that the rocks didn't affect the dad.
Cool. So we'll do that meeting real quick. You meet up in a parking lot. He's in his casual wear. He's got the hat on. As you come up, he like takes the hat off, which you know how important that is. Like suddenly his like face comes into focus as he goes, "Okay, so you called me. What's going on?"
Well, I got done with the rock situation last night. I figured, as a consummate professional that I am, you'd want an update on the situation.
And
No rocks for you right now because we're giving them a An OP scan, I believe, is basically what he said. One of my colleagues is giving it an OP scan.
Oh.
Making sure that everything... I can't hand it over to you if, I can't touch it.
Ah,
You understand? But...
I get it.
But I do have something that is maybe worth something to you. Something a little bit more.
What are we talking here?
Potentially more confidential and possibly more valuable.
Rock cocaine.
Hard drugs.
Have you ever snorted a moon rock?
Would you like to be
no
in a
moon
coma?
rocks, and I can't. By the way, you don't need all the rocks, right? You just need some rocks. Let's be reasonable. There's 6, but they're big.
Honestly, it probably would have been smarter for you to just give me 5 rocks.
Well, I just want to make sure you don't need all the rocks. I'm not a miracle worker.
Well, I prefer all the rocks, but...
Well, I prefer a fucking Ferrari and 16 women on each arm, but lined up like a chain, like a chorus
Like a
line.
can,
Yeah, like a can. But we can't all get what we want, right?
So you're a ladies' man, then.
I mean, that goes without
Not a
saying,
can,
does it
it's
not?
a can't.
He gives you a look and a smile.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
Turns
Yeah,
into
no.
a woman.
I can appreciate that, too. All right, so you're looking them over, but,
Looking them over, but I'll get you what I can. And how much we talking a pop here?
Well, I mean, I'd like a Ferrari, too, but here's the deal. You get me those moon rocks, and he goes into his car, pulls out a suitcase, and he clicks it open, and he opens it just slightly, and it's that Pulp Fiction glowing light over your
money.
face as he shows you, and it's stacked bills as he's like, I can get you a bit closer to getting that Ferrari if you get me those rocks.
Okay, all right.
How does
Well, let's talk about a substantial. Well, how much is Thank you. How much is this worth? And from memory, I shapeshift into the rat thing with a gun holding.
Nice.
Show him what I saw.
Yeah, as soon as you do that, he looks around, flicks his wrist, mist appears all around you, and he basically just creates an awning. You guys are right next to a restaurant. He creates one of those outdoor awnings for outdoor seating. He's just what are you doing? What is that? Change back. That's disturbing.
Do I sound like me or do I sound like a bunch of rats?
You sound like hundreds of rats speaking in unison.
What I'm listening over you. Is this worth something? We found a picture.
Turn back right now.
Really, I think I sound kind of cool.
He shoots some mist at you, and you're...
Ooh, he turns off my shape-shifting?
Yeah.
Because he can. They're able to do that.
What a dick. Okay.
I think I sound
Hey! I was doing a thing there.
You see he's sweating a little bit. He's you're having me do a lot right now, okay? We are
I'm not the one who picked a parking lot in broad daylight, pal.
I didn't think you would change into a bunch of rats, buddy.
We're having a confidential conversation. You got me over here in a Bevmo. I'm not. I don't know what you're.
Whoa.
Revmo.
A Vebmo.
Vevmo. Vevmo.
He gives you a real serious look, and he's like, I'm still interested in the moon rocks. But
And
if
this?
what you just showed me is something that is going on, I want to know about that too.
Okay.
And we pan out from that. Logan, you're doing the scans?
Quick question.
Oh, right. Hang on. So downtime real quick. Your downtime, you heal the status. Your downtime, putting attention on your relationship theme.
Devoted child.
Yeah. For, spending that time with your dad, checking in on him and all that.
So do I just erase everything
you're
on
good,
this?
you're
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is more for context for me. Go ahead.
Sorry. Can I put an attention on salesman extraordinaire?
Oh, for the
The selling
gatekeeper.
of information and trying to sweeten my deal.
Sure, do that instead of the defining relationship. I'll say one or
You
the
don't get
other.
2. Which one's worth more, dude?
That's what you do with. That's what you can do with
goes to the
downtime. Is you can
level.
choose which one to give attention.
Yeah, you choose one.
I need something. I need another power thing on a salesman, so I'll put it there.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So questions. It's already done, but this is just for my own edification. You said from the image, it was blurry. It wasn't a clear image. is he able to transform just off a vague look of something?
I mean, it was even more disturbing because he was going off the image, so there was like the blur there too, and also I imagine a little bit of like guesswork on what a bunch of rats look like.
Cool. I just wanted
but if you looked real deep, it kind of looked like a Payday bar where it's like the core is just a mass of like brown.
Okay, so
I was taking a good look at it in the event that you wouldn't give me a printout.
Okay, no, I just want to know because in the future, if your ability that it doesn't have to be specifically clear, are you able to transform into whatever?
Because the photo.
Do I have to
blurred.
know? Yeah, I have to know exactly what it is I'm turning into. Or in this case, I saw, the guesswork of like a bunch of rats.
Transform whatever you can imagine.
What I can imagine. Yeah. So.
Oh no, I just want to know if that's all it takes for your power to activate. Because it gives me ideas for other shit. Good. Okay, so he just has to have a vague idea, and then he just fills in the gaps.
Yeah. Okay. So your downtime, you are. Let's see here. You're working the case. So here's the deal. You have 3 free clues as you put these moon rocks into like the high tech like scanners. There's like lasers going on them. You're creating like 3D models on a computer. You're checking like all these different monitors of like readings and all that. You have 3 free questions. What do you want?
Yeah, because this machine that I'm making is a permanent edition. Is pretty much going to be, I don't know if anybody who plays WoW or RPGs where you get an unidentified item and you use like a scroll identification or whatever. It tells you everything about it, whether it's magical or not. So for that is, I just want to make sure this is a thing that, in case we ever get any other items, I could just shove it in that machine and boom, we get all the info.
Is that like a level up that you're doing or?
No, it's a machine I'm creating.
Okay.
Because, am I getting this as a freebie, or is this a machine I have to keep creating?
So here's the deal, actually. With this downtime, you can spend it for investigating and using the 3 clues just to talk about like the moon rocks, or you can spend your time preparing for your next activity. That will give you 3 juice to create this machine.
The machine is going to allow me to figure out the questions and answers.
That's what I'm saying. You can spend your time on the machine, and that will help you in a future investigate, which you'll have to roll, or you can get the free 3 questions here. But this is just sort of like a downtime kind of thing.
What do you guys think? Should I focus on building the machine that will help us identify for items in the future more easily, or just get the item or get information right now for these rocks?
Figure out a way to get information for items more easily in the future.
So, for example, this machine is supposed to scan both a bunch of shit. In other words, it's a MacGuffin machine that it, at the same time, is supposed to tell us, is it magical of any sort of sense and what it can do. I will build a machine now, but I won't have time to, at this current moment, to look at the rocks and analyze them. Or build the machine later and just know about the rocks now.
I think knowing the rocks are the priority right now. They're time sensitive. And then you could build, that could be secondary.
But then I won't be able to use it for any further items until I finish building the machine.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can finish building the machine. I think that's a secondary priority. We don't have anything else to analyze now.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're able to scan the rocks and learn about them now, that's the priority.
No, but I can't scan it because I don't have the machine.
So how are you gonna find out?
Well, that's
about
what I'm
the
asking
rocks?
you.
Well, you have your lab. You have a bunch of like different like devices.
Say you can use your lab to figure everything out.
Yeah, you can use your lab to figure everything out.
You don't need to actually build a machine. The machine is the lab.
Okay.
Yeah, you can spend your time building a machine to make future investigations easier, or you can just do the
You're
investigation.
picking up where Dante left off.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
You have their data already.
Okay, so just so I can understand, in my lab, I have the ability to find out whether something is magical and what it can do.
Yeah, I mean, you have a bunch of devices that can like help you out.
Great.
So,
I just want to know so I don't get lawyered into something else. Great. So first question is, what are the magical components of these rocks?
So as you're doing, like the scans and all that, it seems like the rocks themselves, like there's like a slight radiation coming off of them that your scanners are not like seeing as like a regular like radiation. Like usually it's like, gamma radiation or, some other like specific kind of radiation. But this is like that strange kind of radiation that you've really only gotten from like magical things. Almost the same kind of radiation that your like runes give off, but still like different in its like peculiarities. Basically, the rocks themselves, like fully at their core, have that like just energy emanating off of them.
Is it like Sailor Moon power?
Yes.
It seems more
That's
like
what I'm trying to figure out. Like, Yeah, it has energy. Obviously, it's radiation. That's something I would already know. What kind of energy is it? That's what I mean by magic component.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna say. It is a strange kind of solar radiation.
Okay.
Fantastic Four.
So first question is, it is emitting solar radiation as well as...
Why not?
We could do it.
Okay. All right.
Are they rocks?
They're definitely rocks.
Okay.
Let's see. So
That was for my own
type of radiation.
my own note.
We kind of are Fantastic
It's
Four.
the invisible
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah. Thing.
The thing.
Mr. Fantastic.
You're Mr. Fantastic?
I think I'm Mr. Fantastic.
Because you can shapeshift.
You're not
Pull.
smart.
Take a.
That's the whole point of Mr. Fantastic. He is the scientist.
I guess the Human Torch is more the ladies.
Yeah,
man, right?
you're more the
You're
ladies,
right.
man.
I stand happily corrected. I'm the Human Torch.
So, 2 more questions.
So I'm Ben Grimm's.
All right, so the rocks themselves emit a type of solar radiation energy.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Then, since I am a rift, I want to try different types of contact, whether it's blood, a little bit of my skin graft, testing out different ways of different types of my own DNA, touching the rock surface, and what are the reactions from it.
So I see that you're like
So it could be a
blood
blood.
from your
It could be a
skin.
blood test. It
you-
could be like I rip a little bit of my skin. I lay it on it.
Do you touch them with like your hand?
No. No scientist would do that. I'm saying I'm trying different types of my own DNA.
He's
whether it's
physically
mucus-
touching it without actually
All right.
touching
So
it.
your second question: each time you put anything on these rocks, whether it's your blood or your skin, like pretty much anything organic, it lights up with this like blinding flash.
And what do the readings tell me?
The readings basically say like the solar radiation like picks up there and it like creates that like blinding flash, but it's like the blood isn't like disintegrated, like the skin graft is still there. It doesn't seem to harm anything, but it does seem to have this interaction where like bright light emits from it.
So a bioluminescent
Yes.
reaction.
But does the radiation increase in any way?
Not
Yeah, each
smart.
time there is contact between anything organic and this rock.
So in other words, what you're telling me is that when my skin comes in contact with it, the energy output spikes.
Yes. I will say also that you do test like inanimate objects, nothing. Like you take like a bat, you poke the rocks, nothing happens.
So physical contact is needed.
Well, it has to touch certain DNA. Okay.
Just have Donnie touch it. Like, Donnie, come here.
Donnie's
totally do
taking
that.
care of Corey.
Well, no. Remember what we heard is normal people touched it or other scientists and they went into a coma.
Donnie's not normal.
Donnie is normal.
Donnie's
He survived
Donnie's
a
a
skyscraper
sleeper, right?
falling. That's
He
not
survived
normal.
because pterodactyl over here saved him.
And he thought he was on a plane the whole time.
That's true.
He thought he was on a plane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
he's
here's
a
the thing.
normal.
Donnie can also be in
No,
the
he-
lab as well.
Oh no, Donnie's helping.
Yeah, Donnie's helping.
Oh,
So here's the thing. You have one question left.
everywhere we have
You're-
him, we need him.
Your last question could
Donnie on
be,
the spot.
he's Donnie on the spot. Your last question could be, what happens when Donnie touches it?
No, I'm not gonna fucking let Donnie touch it.
Okay, cool.
I love him.
Do you want me to touch it?
No, because I already figured out that since it's to our kind of blood, so to speak, or our DNA as Rift, it does activate.
Maybe it needs more of a sample. You're only giving it
Well,
a...
here's my next two ideas that I guess I want to ask you guys. Either A, I touch it, like I grab it just straight off the bat, or what I want to do for my own plan is I want to put it into it's a storage device that absorbs whether it's electrical energy, fusion energy, that once I add a little bit of blood on it, does it charge something? Like, can it actually emit a controllable source of energy?
You basically want to do what they did with the Tesseract.
Pretty much.
See, so yeah, you were asking them what question you
No,
want to ask.
no.
and then you turned toward
I'm
me,
just saying,
so-
like, this is the kind of question you start thinking if I do ask that question.
I have a question.
Yes.
Was anyone aware that Corey had taken over an artifact? Because what if she
Oh, no, I was
did
gonna get
something
to
with
you.
the rocks? I'm just saying. What if
I'm
she
only
could?
allowed 3 questions.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just.
Oh, no, trust
I
me.
don't know if you were on that.
Because trust me,
side.
when I saw that bow, I'm like, something's fucking with this.
Why don't you you're just trying to get something alive to touch it?
I'm alive.
Don't you have a lab rat?
For now. Oh.
No, I'm not a.
No, what
despicable
he
human
what he
being.
figured
Well,
out was
I am the red.
regular people and inanimate objects don't work on it.
Or regular people, it pretty much.
It knocks them
Destroys
out.
So it needs Rift people to activate it, and he's been doing is like skin samples and blood. And I'm basically saying, well, does it need more?
Yes.
Does it need more of a does it need a bigger sample?
More contact?
Yeah. Basically.
Kind of more contact.
The only other
Straight
thing,
physical
just
contact.
physical contact, grabbing
With
it.
a sleeper or with a rift?
No,
it
I
has
know
to
with the
be-
sleeper. I know what's going to happen with the sleeper.
Yeah.
From our previous
They knock
information,
out.
it fucks him up.
We don't know what would happen if we touched it because we didn't touch
I'm going
it.
through the science. I'm literally going through the actual scientific process.
Well, let me ask you this: how much of you are a Jekyll and Hyde person? Because Jekyll and Hyde, if it was Dr. Jekyll, he'd just grab it.
Yeah, test it on yourself.
Look at himself.
Or-
You know, let's fucking do that.
Yeah, just grab it.
Because actually, we're almost over. We're over time already.
Yep. So,
I grab it.
Logan.
What does it do to me when I touch it directly?
Logan, you're
I look before you do that, I go to Leland, like Leland, in case some shit goes down.
Oh, I was there.
Yeah, you're there. With me.
Oh, I was outside.
Great. Well, I call you to come back inside.
Okay, cool.
sure.
I said if I get out of control in any way, you put me down.
You got it.
You got it.
So,
Gotta
Logan,
do.
you were examining these rocks through the lens of science, through all of these different devices, through all these different scans and readings. And there's like you've got trial and error. You're getting like some results, but you know, the true answer to this is some magic bullshit.
I want to see like in my whiteboard, it just says magic bullshit, and everything points at. I'm like,
And you're just like, fuck it. You grab one of the rocks. Leland, you see Logan light up with bright white light. And then Logan, you're on the surface of the moon.
like literally or like visually in my mind.
As far as you can tell, you're on the surface of the moon, but you can breathe. And you see the incredible
bit of
Earth in the background, so large and yet so far away. And you see with the Earth behind them, standing on top of a small mound on the moon, a beautiful woman wearing long robes and a coat, her black hair tied up in a bun, and her skin pale white, as she turns to you and goes, "Hello, dwarf." And you look down.
Eyes open. What?
You look down and you're about to be so offended, and then you look down, you're no longer wearing your regular clothes. You are wearing the ancient leathers of a blacksmith. And that's where we're ending this session. Thank you all so much for
Wait,
stopping
we didn't
by.
get to my downtime.
Oh, right.
Buried a body.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
You know what?
Where if you're just eating a
Hey, it's
sandwich
real
at a
quick.
diner.
Yeah, just real quick. What do you want to do for your downtime?
I took my coat to go get steam cleaned so I can put attention to my coat.
Good.
Post-credit scene.
I just wanted to. I was like, this thing is dirty. I gotta get clean.
Post-credit scene, you're at the steam cleaner. They bring out the coat.
The thing goes.
So I got attention on
Yeah,
coat.
that's the post-credit
Oh
scene.
my god.
No coat, no powers.
With that, so excited for the next arc. We have a lot to discuss next session, as you guys have some important conversations, including one that you weren't intending to make.
Oh, fuck. And
And with that, thank you all for coming. Tune in next time for our next story arc, our next job, our next heist. Until that time, thank you all for stopping by. Be sure to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/oddloot. See y'all next time.
come on Twitch as well.
And Twitch.